人类新生活第二家园介绍。
An introduction to the new life of human beings. Home without marriage and family. Jiefeng. August 6, 2009. We have set the pattern of new lifestyle for human beings, which is the home without marriage and family of Lifechanyuan. This is no longer an armchair strategist's fantasy, yet it is the reality. General outline. To carry out the ideas of returning to one origin with 800 life values for new era human to bring human beings into the Lifechanyuan era, in which country, religion, party, marriage, family, conjugal relation will disappear. No one pockets anything found on the road, doors unnecessarily to be shut in the evening for no thieves drop in. Favorable weather is all the year around. All things on earth are in harmony with each other. Everyone is happy and has good fortune as one wishes. This is the era of Lifechanyuan era. Management mode. Home without marriage and family implements the holographic management mode. The gist of the mode is that no management is the best management. Constitutions, laws, legislations, institutions, commandments, dharma will not be put into practice, and 800 life values for new era human will be the guideline. Dealing with daily matters with concepts of omnipotence ever-changing, changes interrelating each other. Stimulating and motivating the qualities of truthfulness, kindness, beauty, love, faithfulness and honesty in human nature, and creating a proper external atmosphere to bring those qualities in full play. All are carried out voluntarily without administrative enforcement. Establishment of institutions. Lifechanyuan has one institute and 256 branches in the world. President of Lifechanyuan equals to the President of Global Government. Presidents of the branches equal to the highest local administrative representatives, and they are in charge of planning and arranging daily production activities and life of the branches. Each branch has 3 major departments: Living Department, Education Department and Production Department. Property and Life Management. According to the principle of having nothing but having all, properties of the home without marriage and family belong to all the Chanyuan celestial, and they don't own anything individually. The home without marriage and family undertakes the entire daily expenses of each member, provides allowance for the seniors, and brings up the children. Supporting the seniors is no longer the personal matters of sons and daughters, and nurturing children is not the personal matters of parents anymore. Everyone does his or her best and takes what he or she needs. There is no supervision mechanism on spending, neither does strict accounting system. The time one needed, he or she can spend. Working arrangement. Home without marriage and family doesn't have executive orders or forced arrangements. Everybody chooses his or her job in accordance with his or her hobby, personality, and specialty. Home without marriage and family ensures that each member has his or her own job and works for 6 hours every day. No one will lose the job. Moreover, everyone just does one thing at home without marriage and family, for reason that this is mutual service system. Each person has a clear division of labor and is responsible for his or her own job. The cook is responsible for cooking, the washer is responsible for doing the laundry, the dustman is responsible for cleaning, and people who are responsible for producing just do the production work. Everyone carries out his or her duty and minds his or her own business. If someone asks for help, people will help him or her unconditionally, and if they don't ask, other people won't get involved in their personal matters. The daily timetable is arranged in person. You may work at night and sleep in the daytime, and you may also get up late and work in the afternoon. You can do everything following your inclinations, as long as you have done your own job and fulfilled your duty. Relationship of the members of home without marriage and family. No matter one is tourist guide, president, the relationship between members is like a family. Blood-related relationship is the one between fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, grandparents and grandchildren. Relationship between men is like brothers, and relationship between women is like sisters. Relationship between men and women of different ages is brothers and sisters, and men and women who attract each other are lovers. There are no distinctions between superiors and inferiors, leaders and workers, supervisors and supervises, hosts and guests. Everyone is equal. Life arrangement. Under the condition of not being luxurious and prodigal, Home without marriage and family tries its best to make everyone eat well, wear well, live well, use well, play well. Everyone has one bright bedroom at disposal, which is equipped with spacious toilet and bathroom. Everywhere is spotless and quiet. Flowers are blooming and trees are flourishing. People take their meals at dining halls. The home also has public recreation room, teaching hall, laundry place, gymnastics, school, medical care center. People mainly have vegetarian food. The dining halls serve vegetarian food and meat dishes respectively. People can take what they like. There are plenty of snacks for people to enjoy. Special care is provided for people who need it. People don't gamble or smoke. Alcoholics are not respected. The weak have been taken care of by specially assigned nurses. People can use the computers and phones anytime they want. There are no holidays at the home. Anyone who wants to take a day off, he or she can do it. Traveling is decided by members themselves. The home throws a party each week. Everyone can play an instrument, sing and dance to show their talents. When members are gone, Lifechanyuan will take care of it with its own funeral and interment institution. Everybody has at least 1 hour of collective study on spirit and mind purification per day. In order to keep spiritual, mental, and physical health, half an hour is set aside for exercises and gymnastics. On love and sex. Love is a precious gift granted by the greatest creator to mankind, and sexual love is an inevitable path that sublimates human nature to a higher space of life. Love and sexual love are similar to the dance of two hearts with the same tempo. As long as man and woman fall in love with each other, they can do whatever they want, and no one will interfere or gossip. Lovers don't occupy or envy each other. On the contrary, they respect each other's freedom, which is higher than anything else. They never do any harm to each other, mentally or physically. Honesty prevails throughout society. Normally, people don't lock their rooms and the room keeping public properties in the daytime. Up to now, no one has lost an item. Each member's bedroom is definitely his or her private space. Anyone who hasn't got the owner's permission is not allowed to get in. If someone wants to get in, he or she has to knock on the door first. He or she can come in until after permission. Sweet and harmonious, people are loving and intimate. No quarrel and dispute concerning interest and hobbies should occur. Staff members are sent to the airport, train station, and bus station to pick up people who join home without marriage and family and people who are leaving. Safety is ensured. One is free to come and go. Everybody uses civilized language. No one speaks bad words and talks nonsense. Everyone speaks gently with an amiable manner. No one shouts and yells. Unless there are collective activities, otherwise, the entire home is quiet for 24 hours. Everyone behaves decently and dresses neatly. Vulgar behaviors are not allowed. There are no untidy persons. Everybody is the owner of home without marriage and family. No one is allowed to reprove, scold, supervise, and force somebody else. Members walk in their own shoes and don't interfere with others. They don't control mutually, but provide services to each other. Members don't build up a special relationship. Their relationship is quite simple. All financial activities are strictly under the scope of laws and decrees of the national and local governments. Home without marriage and family doesn't bring any trouble to national and local governments. Home without marriage and family advocates members should learn the spirit of Lifechanyuan. When we are outside the home, we should take good care of the seniors, the weak, the sick, the disabled, widows, widowers, and orphans. We ought to put other members' interests before our own, and leaving the convenience to others and keeping the inconvenience to ourselves. Home without marriage and family is made up of Chanyuan Celestial from Lifechanyuan. It is not available to people who are not Chanyuan Celestial. It allows the related governmental departments and sections to come and inspect, permits communications with associations, and allows reporters to report the facts practically and truthfully to the society. We don't admit entry to other people. The economy of the home depends on all members. In accordance with national laws and decrees, we gain everything through hard and diligent work. Other than Chanyuan Celestial, we don't accept donations from any organizations, associations, and sponsors. Not a penny. Members of the home must strictly abide by 800 life values for New Era Human. Those who don't uphold it will be eliminated from the home without marriage and family. Home Without Marriage and Family is trying to explore a new way of life for human beings. We believe when everyone on earth lives their lives according to the life mode of home without marriage and family, afflictions of mankind will be lessened, each man's pain will be eased, deterioration of the environment will be curbed. Human beings will definitely enter into Lifechanyuan era which will last for 1,000 years.
从生命产院看未来人类社会生活模式。
Viewing the human society mode of life in the future. From the perspective of Lifechanyuan. Dayform Celestial. March 5, 2007. Future human society is called Lifechanyuan era. The characteristics of Lifechanyuan era are no country, no religion, no political party, and no family. No one pockets anything found on the road. Doors unnecessarily to be shut in the evening for no thieves drop in. Person of virtue won't be abandoned away from government. Honesty prevails throughout the world. Everyone is happy and doesn't worry about his daily life. Maybe somebody will laugh at this by saying, wishful thinking, daydream, fantasy, or impossible. It is right and impossible if it is just preaching or conceiving. But it can be possible if a crowd of people are making practice and their practice is effective. First of all, Lifechanyuan has successfully carried out a series of activities without the consciousness of country, religion, political party, and family. And there would be no country, religion, political party, and family if more and more people, regardless of their races, become Chanyuan celestial. Maybe some people will find it amusing again. It is good enough for a small party fun, but it is absolute daydreaming if you want all of human beings enter into Lifechanyuan. Hi there, you are right. But the problem is that we don't mean to let all human beings enter into Lifechanyuan right away. As long as hundreds of people on the planet believe in the idea of Lifechanyuan and live a happy life, that will prove a success. And by that time, just think of it, people will try to enter into Lifechanyuan by all means. The scene is just like a drowning man in a straw. You will see it when the time comes. The mode of future human society life will be the life of Chanyuan celestial. Many people may not be able to see it in their lifetime, but they can understand it. Hard to believe, right? Wait and see. The blessed ones will see it when the day comes.
欢迎进入生命产院新家园。
Welcome to Lifechanyuan, the new home. Dayform Celestial. A lonely stranger in a strange land would miss his family all the more on every festive day. The home for soul is newly built up. People from all over the world are able to join and become neighbors. We miss someone every day, yet we may not see him or her very often. Now that the home is built up, our dream has finally come true. People from different parts of the world come to the home, and our life embraces a fresh start. Dear brothers, sisters, relatives, and lovers, distinguished guests, welcome to Lifechanyuan, the new home. Let us hold our hands and walk shoulder by shoulder to continue the life journey. It has been 3 years and 7 months since Lifechanyuan, home for soul and spirit of mankind, was established. Lifechanyuan has gone through many twists and turns in recent years, and now it come to the royal road at last. With green shade growing in the oasis, fountain trickling through the desert, gospel of heaven coming down from the sky, the preface to the idealistic era craved by human beings has appeared on the boundless and immeasurable horizon. This is a home shared by Buddha, Bodhisattva, angels, men and women with pure heats. It is the teaching hall where abnormal thinking and fantastic idea can survive and people getting to know the greatest creator, studying Jesus Christ, Buddha Sakyamuni, Muhammad the Prophet and Celestial Lao Tzu. It is the passage through which telegnosis being opened, revelation being granted, 36-dimensional space being known, and the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world and the celestial islands, continent of Elysium world being entered through temporal transverse direction. It is the starting point of the new era of Lifechanyuan for mankind, the headquarter of ideological structures, the cradle where spiritual masters being given birth to and nurtured, the paradise friends being made and lovers exchanging heartfelt words. In a word, this is the stage we ascend to the higher realm of life. Open the windows and the sunlight and fresh air will come in. Take a broad view and you will see faraway mountains are fresh and green. Stay and study in Lifechanyuan will a new life begin. You will see clear paradise scenes. It has been proved that, having been baptized by the concepts of Lifechanyuan, people are different from ordinary people. They are unique and free from vulgarity. and come out of Egypt of mind. Men's race, which is the life non-material structure, has sublimated to the life structure of celestials of heaven. Consciousness has already cruised in the infinite and boundless universe. Lifechanyuan Buddha explained the body, facies, and usage of Tao. Buddha of Taiji conveyed to us that mental state determines life of being and way of life. Foshan Buddha expounded the basic relationship among consciousness, structure, and energy. Master Tianlai Celestial told us that targeting at the same aim, different ways would lead to different results. Tourist Guide Deform Celestial proposed that material thinking, image thinking, associative thinking, elusive thinking, visualized thinking, Taiji thinking, non-form thinking, and holographic thinking altogether depict the roadmap of heaven. Buddha, masters, fairies, and fairies of Lifechanyuan are also intelligent. New thoughts occur to them every day. There are hundreds of new notions in Lifechanyuan, which open up a fresh world for us. Master Nanji, Master Lingyuan, Master Chaojun, Master Ji Rui, etc., who have explored and practiced many self-refined ways, convey us with their own experience that the self-refined ways of Lifechanyuan are most direct and effective. You have to deepen your understanding first and transform the way of thinking. The core of Buddha Dharma is transformation of the way of thinking. Nothing can't be accomplished, only are those one can't even imagine. The self-refine of Lifechanyuan is not for obtaining exceptional functions. However, we can foresee that there will be many Chanyuan celestial with exceptional functions appear in the near future. As long as getting along with each other at the backyard of Lifechanyuan for a while, unfamiliar people will become intimate brothers, sisters, relatives, and lovers. Like a family, people will exchange heartfelt feelings, no argument and no discrimination, no jealous, no doubt. People make joint efforts and combine together. The fact proves that Lifechanyuan is the best home under heaven, and one can never find a better place anymore. Lifechanyuan neither has rules nor regulations, let alone executive leaders. Chanyuan Celestial doesn't shoulder any duty or responsibility. People feel at ease under all circumstance, meet and leave by chance, do whatever they like and go anywhere according to their own will. People's acts are driven by inclinations of heart, yet they never cross the moral line. Everyone has a moral court of conscience. They exert self-reflection, self-punishment, self-correction, and self-accomplishment. No one can impose his or her will to any other people. The aim of Lifechanyuan is to hold high esteem in the greatest creator, life and nature, and to walk the greatest creator's way. As the highest state of life, we want to initiate Lifechanyuan era. As the highest state of being, our ultimate goal is to go to the Celestial Islands continent. There is no long lane without turning. Passing through the dense fog, crossing the rough way of life, we finally find our home for soul. From now on, life will no longer felt lonely, confused, staggered, and pathetic. The scene in front of us is magnificent, and our future is infinite and eternal. We are embraced by telegnosis of the greatest creator, and walk on his way. We are vigorous and healthy, and may all our wishes come true. Confucius said when he was by the river, time passes like this water. Time is precious. Time is money, yet you can't buy it with money. The year 2013 is not far away. Dear beloved, I love you and we love you. Don't hesitate, opportunity knocks but once. Come on. Let us take life as a game. Join each other and travel to the Celestial Islands continent to enjoy the eternity of life.
建设一个精神和心灵的家园。
Build a spiritual and soul homeland. Jiefeng. Open the windows and the sunlight and fresh air will come in. Take a broad view and you will see faraway mountains are fresh and green. Stay and study in Lifechanyuan will a new life begin. You will see endless good fortune and future world. Lifechanyuan is a mental and spiritual habitat, a spiritual homeland for people who are ordinary, kind-hearted, honest, hardworking, and knowledgeable, a college to understand the meaning of life and the significance of human life, a transfer station leading to supreme life space. When you feel incompetent, exhausted, and gaunt and confused, you should take time to Lifechanyuan to listen other people's understanding of human life, to experience the peaceful atmosphere, to see if there are unworldly higher beings. There are 36 dimensional spaces in the universe. Every space is a huge world which includes supreme life space, low life space, and middle-level life space. Lifechanyuan will present people the mysteries of every life space. Through explaining the universe, time and space, Lifechanyuan will escort people to set foot on the road of superspace and run to another beautiful and attractive life world. Human life is full of misfortune, suffering, regret, and helplessness. Troubles and worries tangle us all the time. Many puzzling mysteries of human life make us feel contradictory. Unpredictable situations and unexpected good or bad fortune make us anxious. Undesirable and troublesome things often make us sleepless. Disease and hunger often threatens us. From time to time, the complicated and changeable interpersonal relationships entrap us into the painful abyss. Survival competition oppress us, make our tired body lost in a miserable swirl after another. Why is human life like this? Why can't we get out of the trouble? Why can't we control the track of our own life?
几千年来，智慧的
For thousands of years, intelligent people look for answers. Jesus, Sakyamuni, Muhammad, and Lao Tzu make painstaking effort for us. Marx, Lenin, Mao Zedong, Thomas Jefferson, and Lincoln exert their utmost efforts for us and try to build a peace world in where everyone is equal and happy. Moses, St. Paul, Mahavira, Zoroaster, Manes, Fatuamoni, Dante, Sais, and other sages undergo hardships to lead us into a joyful and happy family. However, the true answer seems far away from us. It still needs to take a long way to get closer to the shore of the truth. The development of the science provides us the key to the truth. Einstein, Newton, Galileo, Faraday, Stephen Hawking, and other scientists pave steps to the door of the truth for us. Edison, Rockefeller, Henry Ford, and Bill Gates create necessary utility tools for us. Plato, Ibn Sina, Zhu Xi, Aristotle, René Descartes, Bacon, Adam Smith, Rousseau, Voltaire, Malthus, Darwin, Freud, and other masters provide us necessary tool of rational thinking. Now it is time to carry on the past heritage and open up the future, to rectify our foundation and to purify our origin, to absorb the essences of human intelligence, and to develop a new era. Lifechanyuan not only solved the problem that if there is the greatest creator, the origin of the universe and life, the necessity and incidental, the karma, the previous life and the future world, the God, Buddha, and celestials in the universe, but also arrange the best way to people, strive to liberate you from suffering, lead you to develop into supreme life space and make your life bring out beautiful flowers in the everlasting space. I hope people who want a self-refine immortal world could participate in Lifechanyuan, such as hermits, religionist, president, Nobel laureate, billionaire, scientist, entrepreneur, literateur, public functionary, teacher, worker, farmer, rank-and-life soldiers, merchant, and homeless tramp. As long as you can explain a question about universe, space, or life and your theory can't be demolished, you can make contribution to Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan doesn't belong to a country, a nation, a religion, a political party, or an organization and individual. Lifechanyuan isn't a religion form, so there isn't special ceremony and demand. Lifechanyuan isn't a company, so it doesn't participate in activity aiming at profit. Lifechanyuan isn't a political party, so it doesn't have constitution and doesn't participate in any political activities. Startup words. A ship full loaded with new life is sailing. A new era is coming. We are in an era of economic growth, material prosperous, spirit poor, and heart gloomy, an era which pay much more attention to reality and materialization, and an era of lacking belief. Cultivate conscience, educate mankind, seed civilization, and enlighten spirit, which are every sage's glorious mission. It is the calling of the era to build a mental and spiritual homeland. The greatest thought is rational thinking. The rational power is the most powerful power among humankinds. Compared to the 36-dimensional space, human beings are in a very limited world, so we need to tell ignorant people the vast space system, and let them know the principle of why am I being me? What do I live for? First of all, a great era must be guided by a great thought. If there aren't powerful supports from the mental and the liberation of the spirit, the economic development can but result in human beings' universal corruption and decadence. Although thoughts of sages in history shine lights of rationality, none of their thoughts can meet current people's mental and spiritual desire. Although all religions make indelible contribution to the civilization of mankind, every existing religion has its limitation and can't guide current mankind. A theory, a thought, we have to doubt it if it exists over 1,000 years but can't bring peace to the world and can't bring joyfulness and happiness to the life. A theory or a thought, if it can't be accepted heart and soul, but be accepted by putting to use state apparatus, power and institution, inflammatory and fraudulent way or material lure. If it promises a bright future but can't figure out the scene, we have to think deeply about the theory and thought. a theory or a thought if it can't make people enjoy the happiness of this present life. If it thinks that only suffering can get otherworldly blessing, it is either pettifogging or irrational. Before everything is clear, firstly we should believe in science, truth and logical deduction. We believe that people standing at the peak of science is closest to truth. Undeniable, the Great Soul surpasses science and space-time. Their thoughts can't be accepted generally, which is the sad part of the Great Soul. If the Great Soul can't bring humankind current happiness and future hope, its value is less than a rainfall. Lifechanyuan is a place to gather Great Soul. The Great Soul isn't life from low life space and middle-level space but from supreme life space. Before the World War I, the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world and the Elysium world has sent millions of supreme lives to mortal world the Great Soul. Lifechanyuan is to tell these great souls that, instead of enjoying the joyfulness in mortal world, you come to mortal world is to explain the mystery of the universe, the essence of human life, to save people who have a rough time and to make people enjoy happiness and joyfulness in mortal world. You can never make transmigration in mortal world again because you will lose your nature and your way to home once you went through transmigration above 3 times. The greatest creator loves and cares humankind. Before material prosperous and moral degeneration, he has to save people from disaster in case of resulting in the flooding tragedy of Noah era. When people have no fear of force, then great force descends upon them. We must make people know the meaning of these words. Henry Van Dyke was an American author, educator, poet, playwright and clergyman once said, "Men of privilege without power are waste material. Men of enlightenment without influence are the poorest kind of rubbish. Men of intellectual and moral and religious culture, who are not active forces for good in society, are not worth what is a cost to produce and keep them." You are great soul with great thought. If you were a president and only considered your own political party, group and private benefits rather than the benefits of the whole country, you couldn't be called a great soul. If you had university education but don't service to humankind, you are not a great soul. If you get wealth from the world but don't want to pay back to society, you would be an inferior soul. If you were an advanced official, only try hard to win promotion and to get rich and to make one's ancestor illustrious, instead of bringing benefit to your citizens, you are also an inferior soul. If you don't make progress but lead a befuddled life when you make a little achievements, you aren't a great soul too. Great soul among human beings should be taken to supreme life space. Inferior soul among human beings must be taken to the low life space. Nobody wants to place the excrement of the toilet in the living room and place the good wines and dainty dishes in the toilet. Even so, the human beings, how about the order of the greatest creator? Only when the people around us are happier, the greatest soul can calm. Only when we contribute our knowledge to human society selflessly, our soul is capable of getting into the supreme life space. Open the windows and the sunlight and fresh air will come in. Take a broad view and you will see faraway mountains are fresh and green. So you should open the window to the soul and fix your vision onto further future. For millions of years, human beings always feel their way in the confusion situation. They don't know there is always room for improvement. They suffer meaningless hardship, pain and sorrow. Because people don't know the mystery of life, they trample their own and other people's life. Because they don't revere the greatest creator, they can but transmigrate again and again among the low life space. Because there isn't a great sapiential guide, we have to follow the wrong guidance blindly. Hardly can people ask himself that. What am I busy for? Is it significant to my life? What is the difference between myself and the onrushing worm? People living on instinct, fame and emotion can but fall into the same old trap forever. The frog in the bottom of the well always thinks that the place it lives is the ocean and sea, the sky it sees is the universe. People living on intelligence can have good view of 1,000 rivers and million mountains. However, people living on spiritual nature can pass through the limitation of the space and enjoy the infinite charming scene in boundless universe. Don't lead a befuddled life in the low life space. Don't fight and grab in the worldly confusion. Don't sigh in the wrong thinking vortex. Don't destroy life and ultimately hurt yourself. The ship of Lifechanyuan will take people possessing intelligence and spiritual nature to the ocean of the truth to enjoy the real pleasure of life. The greatest creator is just because he arranges procedure of place where people should go in future strictly depending on people's actions in mortal world. People with higher spiritual nature can go to supreme life space, and people with lower spiritual nature must go to low life space. Tao is just because it records everybody's deeds forever. People who follow the principle of the greatest creator and want to pursuing the truth, please contribute your talent and knowledge. Don't sigh for injustices around you. Don't crush out your intelligence and wisdom. Don't think you have no future. Don't hide at home to suffer. Your life will release multicolored anima if only you seek for the Tao of the greatest creator. Then you will find out that you aren't the person you imagine. As long as you work hard, you will be loved by the greatest creator and the humankind. The ship of new life is sailing. To people who want to follow the way of Jesus, Sakyamuni, Muhammad, Lao Tzu, and other sages, those who desire to explore the mystery of the time-space, those who want to go to supreme life space and want to have telepathy, please get on our ship now. Lifechanyuan will take you to an unimaginable, secret, boundless, wonderful, relaxed and happy, excited and desirable place, where is the proper place to place our life. God is always with me. God will always be with you.